This is a story that blurs the line between faith and madness, medicine and the supernatural. It's the chilling, true story of Anneliese Michel, the young woman whose terrifying ordeal inspired the film The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Anneliese was born in 1952 in a small, devoutly Catholic town in Bavaria, Germany. By all accounts, she was a happy, deeply religious girl. But in 1968, when she was just 16, her life took a dark and horrifying turn. It started with a violent convulsion, a seizure so strong it shook her entire body. Doctors diagnosed her with temporal lobe epilepsy, but the medication they prescribed didn't work. Soon, the physical torment was joined by a psychological one. Anneliese began experiencing terrifying hallucinations while praying. She heard demonic voices whispering to her, telling her she was damned, that she would rot in hell. The once pious girl developed a deep aversion to religious objects. The sight of a crucifix, the touch of holy water, it all seemed to burn her. She would tear at her clothes, eat spiders and coal, and lick her own urine from the floor. For hours on end, she would bark and howl like a dog. Her family was desperate. Years of psychiatric treatment had failed. Convinced that their daughter was not sick, but possessed, they turned to the church for help. After initially refusing, two priests, Father Arnold Renz and Father Ernst Alt, were eventually granted permission by the bishop to perform the ancient rite of exorcism. What followed were 10 months of sheer terror. From September 1975 to June 1976, they conducted 67 exorcism sessions, sometimes 1 or 2 a week, each lasting up to 4 hours. They documented everything, capturing over 40 audio tapes of what they believed were the voices of demons speaking through Anneliese. The tapes are bone-chilling. On them, you can hear guttural, inhuman voices claiming to be Lucifer, Cain, Judas Iscariot, Nero, and even Hitler. They argued and screamed through Anneliese, describing hell in graphic detail. During this time, Anneliese refused to eat. She believed that starving herself would atone for the sins of the wayward youth and apostate priests of her time. Her body withered away. She suffered from constant kneeling, which broke the ligaments in her knees. Her body was covered in bruises and sores. On July 1, 1976, Anneliese Michel died. Her last words to the priests were, "Beg for absolution." To her mother, she whispered, "Mother, I'm afraid." She was only 23 years old and weighed just 68 pounds. The official cause of death was malnutrition and dehydration. The tragedy didn't end there. Anneliese's parents and the two priests were charged with negligent homicide. The trial became a media sensation, pitting modern medicine against medieval faith. Were they guilty of letting a mentally ill girl starve to death? Or were they fighting a genuine spiritual battle against forces beyond our comprehension? The court ultimately found them guilty, sentencing them to 6 months in jail, which was suspended. The case of Anneliese Michel remains one of the most disturbing and controversial on record. Was she a victim of severe mental illness, failed by both the medical and religious systems meant to protect her? Or was she truly a martyr, a soul tormented by demonic entities in a battle for her very existence? The audio tapes, the eyewitness accounts, the tragic photos, they leave us with questions that science may never be able to answer and a deep, unsettling fear of the darkness that can exist, whether in the mind or in the world beyond. Thank you for watching.